So it's been quite 2 days. Thank you all. I was not myself there for the whole set of discussions, but if I take the discussion that we had now as a sample of how the 2 days go, I must say this was really worth it. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, because this platform is about sharing views and experiences, and I think that we manage that from different levels of government, but also by different stakeholders and players, social partners, businesses. So this was really comprehensive. And what is good also is that we don't stay with the theory. What we have been looking is at a lot of useful and practical projects that were presented yesterday and today, and they are the reality check. We're here in Brussels. Brussels is very far away, and sometimes it's a good reality check to come here to this kind of events and to look at the actual projects and to be amazed and celebrate the creativity, the effort, the investment that regions and the players in the regions and society is doing to go through the transition. A transition which, as we have said today, has a number of challenges and a number of barriers, but I would like to insist once more, and maybe just for the last time today, opportunities. There are many opportunities in this transition. There are many opportunities to make the transition just, and especially when it comes to coal and carbon-intensive regions. And as we said, this is not only about the past, but also about the future, and the future of the energy system, and the future of the clean energy industries of Europe, which we need to enhance as much as possible. There are other opportunities as well. There was a previous discussion on the gender specificities of the transformation on the ground, a really important discussion, and highlighting of the issues, the challenges, the fact that not enough women take part in deciding about the transition is, so the fact that that is bad. This is something that we need to tackle. And first of all, we need to acknowledge the issue, and then we need to look how to tackle the issue, because this is certainly detrimental to the concept of just transition, a transition which should involve everyone equally. There is positive elements here. There is opportunities. You had the opportunity to hear about projects which work on the empowerment of women on the energy sector, for instance, in the WEN COP and other projects, and that is positive. That is a really good takeaway. There is action there. There is an issue, but there is action to tackle the issue. I should, of course, refer to the words of Commissioner Ferreira yesterday, which were very important and which somehow set the scene for our work. The community of regions that face decarbonization is not alone on the transition path, and we all understand that these regions need a new perspective. So regions are not alone. The just transition will not allow anyone to be left behind, and we really need to look forward. So I am quite positive that in this context, we should look at the opportunities brought by the Net Zero Industry Act, and how it should help identify regions and territories that can best help Europe to become a more competitive continent. And these are not just my words. I'm sure you have heard President von der Leyen present her views for the next 5 years at EU level, and how, in particular, we need to work on a clean industrial deal, which the President considers as one priority, along with the objectives of the European Green Deal. And I Obviously, I am not at such high political level, but from my perspective, I can assure you that the perspective of coal regions and a just competitive transition is very relevant for the clean industrial deal. During these 2 days, we also heard about how the Commission is helping the coal and carbon-intensive regions, and not only through the Just Transition Fund. We were reminded of the role of the third pillar of the Just Transition mechanism, the public sector loans facility, the technical support instrument, as well as many services available to coal and carbon-intensive regions to support them, to support you in implementing the Just Transition processes. And here we had the initiative for coal regions in transition, which is run by my team, but by my colleagues, and where we have an excellent secretariat. We also have other advisory tools, such as the C4T groundwork from Directorate-General for Regional Policy. We have Jaspers and Target, supported by the Commission and implemented through the EIB, etc. And then there are new things. There are some new knowledge products under various initiatives. For instance, as we heard, the publication which was presented focusing on managing post-coal assets through spatial and strategic planning. I am sure you will be looking at that with interest. Our work is very important, but the work at the highest political level and the commitment of the political level is very important. And I think you made a distinction between the politicians and the civil servants, but it is clear that we need the politicians to drive politically our work, the work of all the players. And in this respect, I am very happy to just let you know that in the context of the initiative for coal regions in transition, we will have a next annual political high-level dialogue in Konin, in Eastern Wielkopolska. This event in Poland, I am very happy that it will take place during the Polish presidency of the Council of the European Union. We're still looking at dates, but it most probably will be around June 2025, and I would really already now invite you to start penciling this event tentatively in your calendar sometime before the summer of 2025. And here, of course, I should flag and recognize that one of the most important persons working in this event and coal regions in transition is my colleague Eva Cernova. So I'm sure if you have ideas, if you have thoughts, count on Eva and her excellent work, because she's leading all the process forward in my team. And thanks a lot, Eva, for that. And I was super rude, because first thing I did is to thank my team, but then I would like to thank everyone else in this framework. First of all, to you all, representatives of the coal and carbon-intensive regions, for making the transition a success. My colleagues in the Directorate-General for Regional Policy, of course, with whom we work so closely, as well as the Secretariat of the Just Transition platform and the Initiative for Coal Regions in Transition. To conclude, and as I said, when I was referring, Anna, to your comment on the need for political commitment, right? I think we need our good work, but we need the political commitment, and I am very reassured now. So as we speak, the next College of Commissioners is getting ready for the next 5 years, and they will have a very important democratic moment, which is where they will present their ideas, but then the European Parliament has to agree with these ideas. And there will be a very important dialogue, out of which we will have EU action for the next 5 years. But I am sure that, as I said, so I am repeating myself here, but the just transition will certainly feature there. And will certainly feature there, among others, because as you saw, when President von der Leyen presented her proposal for new commissioners, we will, for the first time, we will have, if the Parliament agrees, an executive vice president whose Job title is Clean, Just, and Competitive Transition. So, just transition. We will really have that kind of level of focus on the just transition. A just transition of which you are all part. So once again, thanks a lot. It was really good to have this session, and I really look forward to the next session. Thank you very much.